أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق أجمعين سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب رب العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين اللهم اجعلنا منهم واجمعنا بهم في عليين في الفردوس الأعلى من غير سابقة عذاب ولا حساب آمين يا رب العالمين. Dear brothers and sisters, we're going to live today with the ayat of Allah Azza wa Jal. Whenever you need to know the reality of life and analyze what's going on and seek refuge, you have to seek refuge by the ayat of Allah Azza wa Jal, by the Quran, by the blessings of Allah, by analyzing and understanding the hikmah, the wisdom of Allah Azza wa Jal in creating the world and creating everything inside this world. And I found beautiful ayat that we all know in Al-Imran, Surah Al-Imran, starting from ayah number 133. And I please go back and read it, memorize it, teach it to your children, live it. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. And the ayat starts by an order, by a request, by a direct demand from Allah Azza wa Jal that we need to pay attention to. And then there is one ayah that we're gonna go and analyze more deeply that comes in the middle. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يصروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون أولئك جزاؤهم مغفرة من ربهم وجنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ونعم أجر العاملين قد خلت من قبلكم سنن فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين هذا بيان للناس وهدى وموعظة للمتقين ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن إن كنتم مؤمنين إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله وتلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين. صدق الله العظيم. These ayat have everything we need. These ayat starts by telling us, requesting us, demanding us, ordering us. Allah is ordering us, we, me, you, everyone, that we have to compete. سارعوا إلى مغفرة من الله إلى مغفرة من ربكم. We have to seek 24/7 istighfar. Clean our hearts and souls from all the dunya matters, from all sins, from all silly stuff, from all type of matters that keeps us away from the reason of Allah's Azza wa Jal creation. And Allah Azza wa Jal is telling us that why would you do that? Where would you run from to? You run to the forgiveness of Allah, ila maghfirah, to get Jannah, to be وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ. So we are immediately Allah promised, you do istighfar, you understand why you are created, you compete, you walk fast, you run to the Jannah. Subhanallah, the first line tells you what to do and what's the end. This is important, especially in these difficult times. And the Jannah is much bigger than the dunya you are running after 24/7. That's why Allah said, عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ. You are killing yourself for this ard, for this earth, for the material, for money, for business, for work, for family, for friends, for pride, for kursi, for positions. The Jannah that Allah is promising you and me and the mu'mineen is bigger than the width of it, not the length. The width of it is bigger than the whole heavens, the whole skies and all earth. وعدت for whom? For muttaqeen. It is meant to be, it is made for you if you are among the muttaqeen, the pious people, the people who watch Allah's orders in their life and stay away from whatever Allah has told us to stay away from. And Allah describes a lot of descriptions, some of the descriptions of muttaqeen, يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَاءِ وَالضَّرَاءِ. Those who spend in good times and in bad times. And just a fast lesson, now it's the time. Bad time, and you have to spend. Economic bad time, spend. Tragedy in Palestine and in Syria and in many countries, in Sudan and Afghanistan, spend. Spending is a very powerful tool that do not neglect. Dua is the most powerful tool. Being muttaqeen is number one tool. But always spending fi sabilillah comes immediately after the first, second thing that Allah is requesting us to do. And وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Allah is teaching us that do not be hard on one another. Do not fight among one another. You have to, don't let your anger lead you. Any action, anything you say while you're angry, while you're stressed, you will regret later on. So even if your anger was for Allah, you have to manage your anger. And decide. Don't let your own emotion lead you. Let your brain lead you. Like they say, the brain was created above the heart, so it will be used first, inshallah. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. Even in your battle, even if in your fear, even if you're in your anger, be a muhsin. Be someone who perfect their deen, their attitude. Ihsan is the highest level of perfection in anything you do. Even if when you deal with your enemy, you deal with the ihsan. You fight back with everything that Allah Azza wa Jal provided you with ihsan. Ihsan doesn't mean you be a coward. No, ihsan means you do a perfect thing that you can do. If you want to write to someone, write it in the best way possible, the best language. If you want to protest in the best manner. If you want to do infaq to the maximum that you can. If you want to educate yourself, ihsan, brothers and sisters, that's something that we as ummah need to put into our attention and a target all the time. And I'll skip a couple of ayat, okay, and we'll go to, yes. قد خلت من قبلكم سنن. Whatever we are going through right now, it's not the first time. If you go read history, these ayat tells you, look behind. Check people from the creation, the first day of creating Adam alayhi salam, till today. Whatever is going on right now, it's not new. And these ayat, primarily according to Mufassirin, was descended after Ghazwat Uhud. Because in Ghazwat Uhud, as we all know, it was the only Ghazwa, the only battle in Islam, which is the second battle of Islam, that Muhammad ﷺ was really hurt, physically hurt. And of course, there was a lot of lessons to be learned from that Ghazwa. And this is not today, but this Ghazwa made Muslims, after feeling that they won the first battle, which is Badr, feel that they are superior, they're powerful, they can take, their enemies easy out. And subhanAllah, they were tested, a very difficult test. A lot of great Sahaba were killed in that battle. Muhammad ﷺ was hurt and people thought he died. And he had his broken teeth and his head was bleeding above his Jabha Sharifa. His honorable face was bleeding. And alhamdulillah, at the end of the battle, they were protected and they won by pushing back the enemy. But still, it is considered as a loss. And it was very difficult. So, is it more difficult than we now? Wallahi, nothing is more sorrow and sad than losing Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just the death, the peaceful death of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that by itself, any trouble you fall in, and you feel so sad, remember the loss, our loss as Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's in the authentic hadith. That will be the highest, the worst thing that happened to the whole world is the passing away of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with all the peace and iman and justice Allah made Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam introduce to the world. So with his loss, that's the real loss. So Allah is teaching us to learn from history. قد خلت من قبلكم سنن فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا. سيروا في الأرض. Learn, move, educate yourself, and reflect upon what happened before. فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين. Allah wants us to learn when we are in hard times what happened to those مكذبين, those who did not believe Allah, those who fought the way of Allah, those who were with batil against haqq. What happened to them? Where is Qarun? Where is Fir'aun? Where is Haman? Where are the Al-Qayasira wal-Bayatara wal-Muluk, the kings, and where are they? Tubba, where is the one who wanted to knock down Al-Kaaba, Abraha al-Habashi? Where are they? Where are they? The kingdom that they have reached, I don't believe anyone from till Yawm al-Qiyamah, Wallahu A'lam, that will reach. One person controls half of the earth. That's not happening nowadays. One person, yeah, we know countries control, armies control. The powers they had, they were treated as gods. And where are they right now? That's the ayat is reminding you and me and everyone that look at what happened to them. Don't immerse yourself in the sorrow of the moment. It's important to feel, to fear, to have pain. But keep in your mind the end results of the battle between the truth and evil. Al-Haqq, the good and evil, always. This will give you the right, proper, positive energy and the people around you. So we look at the Aqibat al-Mukaththibin, those disbelievers, what happened to them? Where are they right now? How much are they enjoying of the wealth or power they had? And this will happen to every oppressor, every occupier, every killer. And Allah is telling you and me, هَذَا بَيَانٌ لِلنَّاسِ, not only to the mu'mins. This is a statement to all people in the world. Quran is not just for Muslims. Quran is for the whole world. for the from the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam till Yawm al-Qiyamah. So Allah uses a lot of times هذا الناس يا أيها الناس, all people, يا بني آدم, all people, son of Adam, children of Adam, I mean. So this is a bayan, وَهُدًا وَمَوْعِظًا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So it's a statement, it's an announcement for people, whatever we read, and for mu'mineen, it has an extra value. This ayat works different for mu'mineen. How? وَهُدًا وَمَوْعِظًا. So it is a bayan for us as well, inshallah, as muttaqeen or mu'mineen, as we hope we are. It is a guidance and a reminder. Hudan, guidance, and a maw'idha, reminder for us. Continuous hudan and maw'idha. That we need to reflect upon what happened before. We need to سارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم. We have to speed, we have to run to win Jannah by asking forgiveness from Allah Azza wa Jal. And now this is the ayah where I want to go a little bit more deeper. وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah, this is, mashallah, tabarakallah, magical ayah. This ayah tells you, وَلَا تَهِنُوا, don't feel the hawan. Don't feel you are inferiorly oppressed, powerless, sad. You're someone who has nothing to do about it. You're just receiving the dhulm, the oppression, and you just have to live as an oppressed. وَلَا تَهِنُوا. Allah is talking about our feelings. Do not feel you're weak. Do not give up. Do not lose hope. Do not lose hope. Because the power comes from inside. If you feel you're powerless, you're hopeless, you're actionless, you have nothing to do, you don't know what, that is where you will be defeated. Allah don't want you and me and us to be defeated from inside. So today this is a call for the revival of spirit. Do not be defeated, wherever the circumstances are. Anything that happens, don't be defeated. وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. Now, don't feel defeated and don't feel sad to the extent that will make you again hopeless, powerless, and actionless. وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ. Subhanallah. When I've read this ayah, Allah talks to me and you in a situation, in a moment where I'm oppressed, I'm occupied, I'm beaten, I'm killed, I'm bleeding, I have no material power, and according to calculations, human calculation, I'm a total loss. And at the same time, Allah is telling me, وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ. You are the superior. You are the most powerful. You are the real winners. You are the hero. Subhanak ya Rabb. Subhanak ya Rabb. If we lose this iman, honestly, this life is not worth living anymore. If without this faith, without these words of Allah Azza wa Jal, when Allah is, I imagine this. I imagine Allah is talking to a child or a man, and this is a true story. A man left the building 2 days ago, his house, which is a couple of floors, with his family packed. Mother, father, son, daughter, brothers, sisters, tens of the member of his direct family. They stayed in that place for days to stay away from death, to run away from bombarding, to protect it, to shield themselves. And the father couldn't take the matter that his kids are crying because they don't have water to drink. So he left for a few minutes to get them water. He's running. Imagine this, brother. He's running and looking back to the building. Ya Rab, Ya Rab, Ya Rab. Got some water, food. He went back. The building is collapsed. He lost the whole family. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. True story. Happened my neighbors in Palestine, in Rafah. I'm from Gaza. And he was crying and yelling, why did I leave them? I should have left this world with them. So Allah is talking, I feel, Allah is talking to this person at that moment where he might have felt that he lost everything he has in life. Allah is telling him, وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ. You are superior. You are a winner. You are a winner. Allah is giving him a power from inside. You are superior above those who have killed your family. You are superior in the eyes of Allah Azza wa Jal and the Malaika and all creation. But there is one condition. See this ayat? It's just how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much lessons? وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. إِن كُنْتُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. Now if this person, may Allah forbid, decided to end his life. He's not a mu'min. He gave up. He couldn't take it. If that person decided, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, may Allah forbid, curse Allah or swear at Islam or will say, why me? Why me? And by the way, a lot of people feels this, but they control themselves. Why? Where are you, Ya Allah? Can't you see what's going on? This is, let's be truthful. We are not super mu'mins. We are mu'mins and our iman goes up. Sometimes you feel, why? Why us? What did we do? These children, they were taken pieces, hands and fingers. We've seen that, and if you didn't see that, go see it. And put into bags. And one man was carrying his family in a bag. If he felt, why? It's a human thing. But the feeling has to immediately be controlled, molded with iman and faith and power of وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. The iman, the real iman, the real test is when you have such a tragedy. And the more tragedy, the more heat, like you purify gold from stone, from all the filthy dirt of earth, and get that tiny small piece of gold up to 3,000 plus degrees of heat. The gold has to go through. Purify. So that's what's going on. We have to look at this test as a way of purifying our iman. And it is a test for those who are still alive, not for those who died. Those who were killed, they went to Allah Azza wa Jal. Where better place you want to be at? Jannah, inshaAllah. We'll continue the last ayah after the istiraha. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين فاستغفروا الله إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين. May Allah make us and them and everybody who is oppressed from the Muslim Ummah among the mu'mineen, those who deal the right way. Wallahi, let me just say something from my personal experience. Just before what happened, I felt that most of Palestinians have lost iman or lost big part of iman, because they used to always complain about the situation, about dunya, and I can't blame them that much. They have no life. It's an open prison. Food is expensive, and there's no any means of real living. They see, subhanallah, the internet is there, powerful in Gaza for the last few years. So they see how you and I live. They see your backyard and my backyard. They see the parks that we go through. They see the kayak that I have and I use sometimes. They see the cars and mashallah the vans and the Mercedes. And they ask, young, why, what happened? I personally was worried that my relatives started talking too much dunya. They somehow, they were disconnected that you are different. You are in a place called Ard al-Ribat, a place that Allah have chosen the people that will stand in a place that it is the connection between earth and heavens. It is the place where all Anbiya have gone there. Whether they were born there or not, Allah made them go to this place and pray behind Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Al-Aqsa al-Sharif. But Not everybody has the same level of iman. But guess what? The same relatives of mine and friends that I know and I talk to online every now and then, now their iman went so high. They're not afraid. When we talk to them that I feel sorry for you, I hope I can help, they said, don't feel sorry for us. Feel sorry for yourselves. Don't pray for us, we pray for you. Even those who might have been maybe skipping prayers sometimes, or smoking, or hoping to go to Italy or to Europe or to Canada, but at this time, wallahi, bushra lakum, good news from someone from inside, that people there really are real heroes. Uqsim billah, real heroes. I have tens of videos and audios, people saying, maybe this is the last time you're going to hear me, the people around the world. And imagine a woman saying this, and she really means it. A mother saying, maybe this is the last time that you hear my voice, but let me tell you something. And then she describes the situation and say, we are strong, we're mu'min, we're not afraid, we're not scared, and we're not leaving this land. And then the few hours later, you will receive a news, that same lady, that same child, that same man, alhamdulillah, shaheed inshallah. Subhanallah. So they feel death is coming, and they still talk. Now I personally think that if I know death is approaching, I don't know if I can utter a word or even can move. I'm gonna freeze in my place waiting for the death angel to come, approach. Where did these people get the power from? Allah Azza wa Jal. So even if they did complain, and you cannot blame them, but subhanAllah, they're very powerful. The last ayah I wanted to share with you here, that is again, Allah Azza wa Jal knows that we are humans. And yes, we can have iman to understand that this is a test, but Allah wants to give us good news. يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله وتلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين. That don't worry, Allah is telling me and you, don't worry. It is ups and downs, it's give and take. Dunya is not all great colors and happy time. No. If you're tested now, they have been tested yesterday, and they will be tested tomorrow. So Allah is telling us here, this is not permanent. And I have to end with this. Whatever is you are suffering from now, it's temporary. And Allah wants this, and Allah is telling us, even this test, even this tragedy, it has something good in it. وَيَتَّخِذَ مِنكُمْ شُهَدَاءَ. Allah wants to take from you shuhada. Allah wants to choose the people to come and fill Jannah. Allah is giving us this news. So Allah is trying to fix our paradigm, the way we see things. This war has good in it that Allah chooses people to be there. Yes, we should not be happy with any war. Never ask for war. Never go, oh no problem, no, as long as we go to Jannah, let's all die. No. That's not. But if it is being applied on us, we don't have to lose hope. And we have to understand that Rasulullah ﷺ has directly told us this beautiful hadith. نام رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم على حصير فقام وقد أثر في جنبه. Muhammad ﷺ was sleeping on hasir. Hasir is like a mattress made of wooden chips or leaves, dry leaves that we use sometimes, we take to the park with us. But imagine that time how tough and rough that kind of hasir or sheet was. And they saw his side, the side of his body with lines, and red lines. And the Sahaba loved him so much, they don't want him even to sweat, to be hurt a bit. So they say, فَقُلْنَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ لَوْ اتَّخَذْنَا لَكَ وِطَاءً. Why don't we should provide you with what we call now farsha, with a mattress, They did have cotton before, they had wool, and they do, mashallah, the Rum, wal-Furs, wal-Habasha, there were a lot of rich nations, and there is a trade. And what did he say? What did he say? Mali wama lid-dunya. Mali wama lid-dunya. What am I? What's my relationship in this dunya? ما أنا في الدنيا إلا كراكب استظل تحت شجرة ثم راح وتركها. My example to this dunya is like someone who is a traveler and he found a tree and he decided to take a few minutes to rest under the shadow of the leaves of that tree and then goes. So which means how much effort would you make when you are resting under the tree to make this place something big deal? To put it, how much? Zero. For Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Habibur Rahman, the first one to go to Jannah, our leader, our real hero, he said this is dunya for him, and that's what dunya should be for us. So we don't have to worry about dunya getting good one day, bad one day, sorrow one day, sweet one day, sad one day, happy one day. We have to remember that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never actually strived hard to gain benefit of this dunya. He used this dunya, and this is what it is for, as a trip for a destination which is al-akhirah. We all should teach our children, and I'll take one more minute. And today I've received a small video that I want you to teach our children. I know what I've said, you all know it. It's just a reminder. But we need to learn how to talk to our children. A beautiful, short, 1 minute story I'll tell you. Tell your children that, and to make them understand life, like we discussed right now. You want to go to, example, Disneyland or Wonderland. Everybody loves Wonderland. So while on your way going to Wonderland, where you have everything you like, we drop by a small station where there is a couple of toys that you put coins in and play over. You know, these moving, shaking small toys. Small, playground. Let's say a playground with a swing and a slide. And we rested there for a few minutes. How much would you spend time or worry about how much of that time in the playground you will use, and how much you will fight over that playground with kids there? It's gonna be nonsense if you waste time and energy and feel bad if you didn't have a turn on that swing, on that small playground on the way, because you're thinking about Wonderland. That's what you should keep in mind, even if you didn't have any turn over the swing or over the, in the playground. It's okay. Don't put too much effort. Don't worry too much. Someone took, I was there and I want to play, and then someone came, pushed me and took my place. Okay, I mean, you can always fight for your place, but don't forget your destination, Wonderland. And make sure the oppressor who took your turn in this small playground on your way, he will not go to, he is mahroom from Wonderland. So you look at him and smile. Yeah, maybe you took my place, you won over me now, but that's not the real battle. That's not the real reason I'm here. I just have few moments. Assalamu alaikum. You will enjoy this silly, small, temporary playground, and I will enjoy, inshallah, the Wonderland. Can I enjoy both? Of course. You don't give up your right easy. But your heart should be attached to the final destination. A very small summary for our children and some of our adults. We need this. جزاكم الله خير. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا واهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا هداة مهديين. اللهم ارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك. اللهم اجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعونها أحسنه. اللهم اغفر لنا تقصيرنا، اللهم اغفر لنا تقصيرنا في حق أنفسنا وأهلينا وقضايانا وأمتنا. اللهم اغفر لنا تقصيرنا في حق أهلينا في غزة وفلسطين وفي سوريا وفي السودان وفي أفغانستان وفي بنغلاديش وفي كشمير وفي ميانمار وفي الصين وفي كل بلاد الدنيا التي يقع فيها ظلم على العباد. اللهم اجعلنا ممن ينصر المظلومين، ممن يدعو للمظلومين، ممن ينفق على المظلومين، ممن يرفع الهم عن المظلومين. اللهم لا تجعلنا من الظالمين ولا مع الظالمين ولا ندعم الظالمين ولا نحب الظالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل هذه المحنة فيها منحة ربانية نعيشها ونراها يا رب العالمين، نعيشها ونراها يا رب العالمين، نعيشها ونراها يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارفع الغمة عن هذه الأمة. اللهم أقف الحرب وأقف النزيف. اللهم إنا نعلم أن قطرة دم من مسلم أفضل عندك يا رب من أن تهدم الكعبة. اللهم قد نزلت دماء المسلمين، اللهم قد أهينوا في بلادنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم قد وسعت الجروح وكثر القتل وكثر الظلم. اللهم نصرك الذي وعدت، 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 اللهم نصرك الذي وعدت. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. قال الله عز وجل: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله. اللهم اجعلنا من المتقين. وأنت يا أخي أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر. الله